everyone, and welcome back to My Nerdy Kitchen. I'm Rachel, I'm your nerdy chef, and today we are making pumpkin pasties. I know that it's no longer fall, but you can have pumpkin pasties at any time of the year. They are delicious, they are warm, and they are filled with love. Let's get started. Take it away, Past Rachel. Part 1 is the pastry crust. You will need a large bowl and you are going to add 1 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Whisk that together and then add 5 tablespoons of cold butter cut into chunks, as well as 3 tablespoons of shortening, which is chilled and also cut into chunks. Mix that all together. If you have a food processor, this will make your life a lot easier. I had to get creative with this, including my hands and stabbing things. Just make sure everything is combined, including all of the flour. Sprinkle 4 tablespoons of cold water over the mixture. You would rather this be too wet than too dry, and then mix it all together with a spatula. Utilizing your hands, gather the dough into a ball and form it into a disc. Wrap it in plastic wrap and put it into the fridge for a minimum of 1 hour. And now it is time for our history facts. And where in the book is this from? So let's go back in time, shall we, to the days of the Middle Ages. During that time, the people would take whole birds or whole roast beefs and stick them into pastries. That includes the bones and the skin. That would make some really tough pastries. But today, one of the most popular pastries is the Cornish pastry. But in Cyprus, a pastry filled with pumpkin and crushed wheat is a very popular treat. This recipe for pumpkin pasties comes to us from Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Chapter 6. He's finally on his way to Hogwarts. He's on the Hogwarts Express, and the trolley with all the sweets is coming down the aisle of the train. Harry looks at it, and it is filled with some of the most wonderful looking treats, including pumpkin pasties. Part 2 is the making of the filling. You are going to need another bowl, and you will add in 1/8 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, 1/8 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and 1 cup of canned pumpkin. Make sure it is pure pumpkin and not pumpkin pie filling. And then also add in a 1/4 cup of sugar. Mix this all together until it's well combined, and then it's time to move on to part 3, putting it all together. This is where it gets fun. First off, set your oven to 400 degrees. Generously put flour onto your countertop so that your pastry does not stick, and roll out your pastry. Roll out your pastry until it is 1/8 inch thick. Use a saucer or a Pyrex container like I have to cut out 6-inch diameter circles. These are going to be for the pastry crust. Grab a baking sheet and lay down your circles. You're going to add 2 tablespoons to 3 tablespoons of filling in the middle, add water to the edges, and then fold over the dough, and you're going to crimp it with a fork or your fingers, but I found a fork is just easier. Cut little slits for vents on the top of your pastries. I did 3 cute little ones. These are going to be going into the oven for 30 minutes or until they're browned. And look at how cute they are. Yay! Thank you so much for joining me as we cook some pumpkin pasties, perfect for any time of the year, but especially in the fall. Please give this video a like, a subscribe, and a share, and make sure that you click the big red subscribe button down below and click the bell so that you know whenever I upload a video. Well, that's all for today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Stay nerdy, my friends.